some things I learned from Dan Pena this week and things that I want to help teach you to get you to the next level. And it's something that Dan Pena said when I was up there. And this is my arrival night at the castle. And you can see Dan here and you can see me here all dressed up, suited and booted. And I got to say, I look pretty amazing here. I'm rocking my Savile Row tailored pinstripe suit. And there's me really talking and learning from Dan Pena at this arrival night. It was a big one. This is a bunch of the high performance people that were there. And Dan said something that I thought was really powerful, and that is that success is on the razor's edge of failure. Let me say that again. Success is on the razor's edge of failure. What does that mean? It means the difference between your massive success and your massive failure is a very fine line, which means you've got to push the envelope. You really got to go out there in a massive way if you want to be successful. You have to be very close to failure in order to make it in this life. And I always say that it's all about risk. Risk taking creates success. You can never play it safe and be a winner. And that's what a lot of people really don't understand. And that's why this quote is really, really powerful. And I want to play for you a quick video of arrival night at the castle. And this is Dan Pena at his best, giving it large when we first got there at the castle. Here you go.
I'd be disingenuous if I said I was happy to see you, because I'm not. But in the spirit of brotherly love, which I don't suffer from, and because we all know I don't suffer from sympathy or empathy, I'm glad that you were willing to belly up to the bar to have one more swipe at the underbelly of life. Because as we all know, I'm the last guy in town. We also don't have a lot of other things that were mandatory, because we figured that you already know how to chew, walk, and wipe your butt at the same time. When you were in the first seminar, we didn't give you the benefit of the doubt. But some of you have been very successful already. And some of you are still striving. And that's what we're here to connect those dots that you haven't connected so far. So I want to drink to you Happy New Year. The world is our oyster. And we're going to continue to cut their head off and shit down their neck. Cheers.
Again, one of the massive lessons I learned is in order to be successful, I'm going to have to put it on the line. I'm going to have to go do things that scare me, that have a lot of risk, and that's the only way I'm going to get a big win. In fact, that's the only way to survive, which is by pushing the envelope a little bit. And that's something I've been talking about here at London Real for years. And Dan just reemphasized the fact that to build ourselves into icons, which is what we want to do while we're there, and that's what I want from you, is that you're going to have to be out there taking risks on a regular basis. And if you're a doctor or an engineer like me, a lot of these people are trained not to take risks, lawyers as well. And what happens is you play these quiet lives of desperation. You play it small. And I always say, playing it safe is the riskiest thing you can do, because you're going to find out one day that you wasted your whole life being conservative and you never got the things that you really wanted. And you're going to be on your deathbed and you're going to regret everything you didn't do. And I don't want you to be there. So big thanks to Dan for that thought.
We're in a dark age. We've lost our compass. We don't know who we are. We don't know where we want to go. What is to be done?
It's going to take some consciousness change to get us out of the box we're in.
La maldición de ayahuasca, nosotros podemos conectar con esa persona y se da cuenta dónde está la raíz del problema de él. Pues ahí se trabaja.
Sometimes I feel anxious and unappreciative of the things I have.
There's no such thing as work-life balance. There are work-life choices, and you make them, and they have consequences.
What we don't understand about psychedelics is a very thick book. They can help you orient yourself morally, but look the hell out.
You don't always get what you want with ayahuasca, but you always get what you need.
The diseases of individual are the diseases of the world. Our culture, soul, is severely wounded.
Humanitarian crisis growing by the day.
Global warming is the greatest fraud that's been perpetrated on mankind this century.
When you
take these lessons in. It's kind of a process to make sure that it comes into yourself. Some of the hardest work is when you go home. Integration means bringing things into the whole person.
Maybe we should be considering that the depth of human experience is more than just material things and technology and our egos.
We all get stuck in a mold. That's what can happen with ayahuasca. You get that mold, and she fucking smashes it on the floor. Now, what are you gonna do? Now, who are you?
Heavens are collapsing. This is the time to change. If you want to raise human consciousness, there has never been a better time.
La ayahuasca nos fortalece nuestra mente, nos abre nuestra creatividad, nuestro amor, nos conecta uno a uno mismo.
Treno ayahuasca supai kuna chamuriri mushamu. Siji siji majiji to chamuriri.